Part 2, the future tense. So what's the future tense? Well, obviously, it's the tense showing action which has not yet occurred. We always translate it from Latin into English as will verb. The weird thing about the future tense in Latin is that there are actually two sets of future tense endings, but we're only going to focus on one set this year. Now, you'll recall that in your book so far, verbs have two parts, and the first part always ends in the letter T, but we're going to pay a little bit closer attention to what comes before the T, specifically the vowels A and E. If you see any verb in your book where the first part has an A before the T or an E before the T, then these will be the future tense endings for those verbs, the ones that end in AT or ET. They're pretty easy to spot. So it's bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. And you might compare this to the imperfect tense. Instead of seeing the I's here, you see A's in the imperfect, like bom, bos, bot. Something else to note is that, look at this, O, S, T, mus, tis, und. It has present tense endings, but we just have a bi in 4 different spots and a bu down there. Okay, so bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. And you'll notice it's just simply translated as will verb or shall verb, if you want to be very technically correct. First person, singular and plural, we should always say I shall and we shall, but we never do. Okay, here's some examples. So I take that verb to prepare, which is parat, and I chop off the T at the end and I add my future tense endings. So parabo, parabis, parabit, parabimus, parabitis, parabunt. I will prepare, I shall prepare, I should say. You will prepare, he, she, it will prepare, etc. We will, y'all will, they will. And then I take my verb habet, meaning to have. I chop off the T and I've got habebo, habebis, habebit. I will have, you will have, he, she, it will have, we will have, y'all will have, they will have. Pretty easy. Here's a little rhyme that you can remember. It goes, the future goes, bo, bibby, bibby, boo. Bo, bibby, bibby, boo. See how we have bo and then bi, bi, boo. And then we add those present tense endings. Bam, future tense. All right, let's look at a couple of words that will sometimes accompany future tense verbs. Cross, these are two adverbs here. Cross means tomorrow. Mox means soon. I think you've already had mox, meaning soon. Cross you're going to learn in the next stage, I believe. By the way, what comes from cross in English? Procrastinate. So just know that if you see one of these two adverbs, chances are the verb in the sentence will be in the future tense. Let's take a look at some examples. Cross, ad insulam navigabimus. Whoa, bo, bibby, bibby, boo. Got a future tense verb here. Moose means we. Cross means tomorrow. Tomorrow. We will sail, or we shall sail. Ad insulam, to the island. How about this one? Mox. Mermelones, reti arios pugna bunt, bo, bibby, bibby, boo. See the bu there? We've got future tense. It ends in nt, so the subject is going to be they. The subject particularly is the mermelones, the mermillos there. Soon the mermillos will fight the net and trident fighters, the reti arii. Oh, now if we're talking about verb tenses, we always have to include our irregular, pesky linking verb. You know, that sum es est, sumus est sunt verb. Well, here are the future tense endings, future tense forms, I should say, of sum. So it goes ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erunt. So I shall be, you will be, he, she, it will be. Erimus is we shall be, eritus y'all will be, erunt they will be. Once again, you can see the ost, mustis, und, and you see how there's an I there that is in the second person and third person singular, and then first person and second person plural, and then it becomes a you in the third person plural, just kind of like bo, bibby, bibby, boo. Let's take a look at a couple of examples using forms of that irregular linking verb. Mox nos erimus in urbe. Soon we will be in the city. Ubi serd we cross erunt. Where will the slaves be cross? What's cross mean again? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Where will the slaves be tomorrow? And just one note, you learned the verbs ad est and ab est. Ad est meaning is here, ab est meaning is away. Those are just compound forms of that linking verb est, and so they follow the same pattern. So if you wanted to say will be here, it would be ad erit. Caecilius cross ad erit. Caecilius will be here tomorrow. So there it is, future tense, bo, bibby, bibby, boo. And then, of course, these irregular forms as well. And now on to part 3.